God damn, man. Fucking tired, man. Tired. I need to wake up, man. I need to wake up. Like, I could use a nap. I could really use a nap, but it's too late in the afternoon, you know what I'm saying? Coffee might save me, but again, it's too late into the fucking afternoon. So maybe this chapter, it could go on two ways. Maybe this chapter is going to hype me up and get me excited, or because of the fatigue, I'll be in a more volatile state and it'll fuck me up in another way. But either way, Tokyo Ghoul motherfucking read. Chapter 165. Partial. Hold on. Anyway, so before we get into the chapter, one thing that I have to mention is PV2 for the anime. All right, actually, I didn't put it in the description, but I will. If you didn't watch the second PV for the reanime, and I know what you're all thinking, as you know, fans of this wonderful manga that she has crafted. But I highly encourage you to watch that PV. I reacted to it. If anybody cares, it's on the channel. You can go back and look at it. But the PV has me a little excited, dude. The PV has me a little more excited than I ever was before for this readaptation. So check it out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments here or in that reaction video, wherever the fuck, if you haven't seen it yet. I watched it back a bunch of times, and some things are still shaky for me in terms of quality, but ultimately, and of course, it doesn't speak to the overall composition and direction of the narrative and how well they're actually going to adapt it. It's looking clean, dude, and then opening is fucking fire. Say, I don't care what anybody says, dude. People are still whining about one of the previous, well, I won't say bands because TK did his shit individually, but they want somebody back from the previous openings and endings. I'm like, yo, Jushunie is doing God's work out there. But anyway, let's get into this chapter. See what we got. I'm still in my emotions from last week, man. I don't like it. I don't like dwelling on shit like that. So let's press forward, man. Let's press forward. Over 1,000 of the ROS patients have become unable to keep their food down. And that's some ironic shit as you open up the graph. Provide them with essential nutrients via IV, but there's no telling how long we'll be able to keep doing that. I mean, especially if you get more and more cases as such, your resources are going to dwindle real quickly at that point. Yo, as long as the issue is resolved before anything dire happens to Psycho, that's all I care about. That's realistically all I care about. And then using this whole thing as a vehicle to resolve Shiratsu's sister and shit. But as long as nothing happens to Psycho, I'm being dead ass serious about that. Do you think we'll have to exterminate former humans? Whether they're human or ghoul has become hard to define. I mean, I like this. Who else is out here? Oh, it's Bujin. I like this little conversation right here. I mean, you already know the answer deep down, Cody. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. But right now, your focus should be trying to subvert any new cases like that arising, which means continuing to attack the sources. Takeyomi, was your wife okay with all this? You two could have just left for... That's what I'm saying, Kuromoto. That's what I've been saying since the man came back. And I was still happy to have him back, but I'm like, yo, you literally just got Yoriko out of there. And you want to now... Bush is just too good of a man, dude. That's what it is. That's really what it is. I would have been a little bit selfish there. I saved my beautiful wife from all this fuckery. I'm out. You probably wouldn't have seen me again, dude. This man should have been on his honeymoon. He didn't even consummate the marriage yet, dude. That's not right, Bujin. Bujin can't die. Bujin can't die because he needs to consummate that marriage. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Fighting at times like these is what it means to be an investigator. She said, yo, they're too perfect, man. The two of them. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. Tokenuri will co-sign that statement too. Oh, chapter title is Thin Ice. That's the most straightforward title we've gotten in a long time, dude. And I agree with her. The pangolification of humanity continues. How admirable. I agree with you too. You're a good man, my boy. The only one here with some shit to prove to me is Corey, dude. This man needs to redeem himself. This man definitely needs to redeem himself. I can't look at this shit, man. Can't look at this shit. It's not right, dude. Why Psycho of all people? If Psycho dies in this series and Musuki survives, bro, if Psycho dies and Musuki survives, but just prepare yourselves, prepare your bodies and minds for an explosive rant the likes of which you've never seen. That's all I can say. Don't even look at her. See, look at Shao. And this fuck nigga in the bed. Oh. Cut off the right side of this panel, please. God, look at, like, I never would have thought that I would see Shao so emotionally vulnerable before. Like, the only one straight up in tears right now. I would have expected that of Hige before Shao, actually. That's crazy. But that just shows how much of an impact Psycho has had in every single one of them. It's very slow, but her condition is definitely worsening. If we don't immediately solve this problem and figure out a viable treatment method, those monsters, as long as they're around, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Of course, you're on a ticking clock. And you have the key to your success right in front of you. Kaneki's the only one that can do this shit. Those monsters, as long as they're around, we're just going to keep getting more and more RS cases. But that oviduct is only going to continue to produce those bastards. And we've confirmed the existence of 9 different oviducts. All right. I mean, as long as you have them all confirmed, the thing that has me still with these separate oviducts is where the nucleus lies with each one of them and how it's been constructed like that. Because since they're all unaffected by Kaneki's removal from that one oviduct of the Dragon Cognate, that means that they have to subsist separately and that something else is allowing them to maintain. All I thinking about that, man, this nigga, this man Furuta, dude, it's crazy. It's absolutely, I keep saying it, I have to keep going back to it, but it's just because I'm in such disbelief of how fucking far ahead the manipulation of the board is with this man, dude. It's crazy. He's always 4 moves ahead, at the very least. And I can't rely on Kaneki to do things himself. At least he's relying on people now. Hide's the one that needs to go head-to-head with this man, dude. That's the only one. One of them has entered its class phase, but still, we know how long. And even the class phase according to Kim is going to take some time. And it seems still active to a certain degree after the man's removal. Who knows how long it'll take to find and eliminate every last one of the remaining ones. Well, if you've confirmed that there's 9, that means you know the locations of them, correct? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You just have to eliminate them. Yes, I guess he's going to take a shit ton of time to eliminate each one of them, but what do you mean find? It must be a translation thing. Yeah, nonsense. It doesn't matter. The only choice we have is to eliminate the source of the poison itself. We've discovered that among the bastards, there are individuals that carry the RS poison and individuals that do not. All right. Okay. So it's not completely ridiculously oppressive. And it would make sense that it would construct workers of different physiological types. It might be more manageable that way then. But what's the distinguishing factor? After closing on the areas with high numbers of the carrier type, we determined that they concentrate primarily around a single oviduct. Okay. We're getting somewhere. We can be virtually certain that there's something there, and that something may well lead to a solution. Is this the particular? I mean, yeah, you didn't specify where this oviduct is, because this could be the one rooted with the Dragon Risei shit. According to Furuta, that might be where the man's hole up right now. We know that there's a large cave underneath that oviduct, just the kind of horrible thing would love to hide out in. But even if the source of the poison is down there, anyone sent as a part of the search party will certainly fall prey to the poison, no. Ghoul should be fine, no? No, what did I say? What did I say? I knew this would be the case, dude. Literally, Kaneki's going to be the only one. There has to be varying stages to it. Because Psycho wasn't initially affected. That's what surprised me so much by it, thinking about the ROS cases, that Psycho wasn't initially affected, but still it manifested itself over a course of time and progressed. Or it was exposed to a subtle amount and he's fine. He's the only one with expressed immunity, though. If the Qs are being affected by this, is what I've been saying. I don't know if I said this last stream or not, but I remember I was talking to JoJo about it off stream, and I was like, yo, there's no way that ghouls are immune to this fucking toxin. There's no way. There's no way. It's just gonna take a larger dosage to affect them in some case. I knew this was gonna be the case, man. No one's safe from this shit. No one's safe from this shit. Even for a ghoul, once the poison inside their system exceeds a certain allowable concentration, it's likely it will begin to affect their RC cells. We've got to carefully come up with some way to block out the poison. And who knows? Who knows what kind of ramifications that could have, to be honest with you. Because there's no guarantee it would even progress in the same way. Or would have the same exact effects. Let me go. You already know. You already know. My body is resistant to the... You see, I don't know how to feel about this because I knew this was going to be the outcome. I knew this was going to be the path based on Ashia giving him that unique physiology and unprecedented powers. He's probably going to be the key to actually to manipulating the dragon cognates and Overdux and everything like that. But you're going to have to tread real lightly if even every single ghoul is susceptible to the toxin. And he's the only one. Isn't this crafting the very same scenario where this man has to shoulder everything by himself yet again? You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to do this, the same thing I've done for the entirety of the last 3.5 years of my life, and put my faith in this man. And this fucking time, dude, I swear to God, this time, I don't want to be disappointed. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And that's not to say that there hasn't been many a time where he's come through. Otherwise, he wouldn't be one of my favorite characters in all of literature. My point is that I've been disappointed as of late. And he's made and repeated the same mistakes. And we've reached a pivotal moment in both his interactions with the internalization of Rize, with Hide, with Toka, and with the conversation with Uri and everybody else. Everyone. Where he can no longer make at least that mistake, dude. So let's see how this shit goes. Let's see how this shit goes, dude. And you know damn well Fuji's is already prepared for all of this nonsense. True, you'd be fine, Kaneki, but we don't know what dangers might... The fuck is this? Oh, nigga, what the fuck? Oh, of course. Of course, now they want to move. Now they want to move. I mean, I guess realistically, because I've been seeing these motherfuckers for a while. Ever since that chapter when they're in the streets. But my anxieties about it were abated when I saw the little crew with Furuta. It's so confusing. This whole dynamic with V is actually legit confusing to me, dude. Because at one moment it seems one way in terms of their rapport and dynamic with Furuta and his amount of authority or his actual, dedication to that organization. And then on the other hand, it sounds like they're completely in line with his plans and they're moving according to the beat of the fucker's drum. So I don't. Oh, where's Kaiko? Where's Kaiko, man? I want to hear some dialogue from that man's mouth, dude. I want to hear some dialogue from that man's mouth because that might clarify a little bit of that dynamic right there. An ambush. It's V. That Furuta brat, huh? All units, battle positions. Give my city one line, dude. One line. Ambush. At this time, are you? I don't even know what the fuck the shoe said right there. Yeah, I don't even know what that's supposed to be. They may have noticed that we've noticed something, but hey, tell me Tony's taking front lines, dude. Look at that. And motherfucking Nico in the back. Oh, does that mean, yo, can we see, can I get some Donato, please? Or for that matter, some Uta? You know, no, let me not push the whole thing, because we got them in, you know, at the beginning of this whole ordeal. So I'm just happy to see some actual Litorti out here. That's pretty lit. That's pretty lit. Either way, we'll still be, wait, this is still too fast. Either way, we'll still be attacked. I'll join up with the Dubs. Call together the members of GOAT 2. Protecting this place is a higher priority. Wait. The fact that they're coming out here. What is going on, Hide? What is going on? Why now? To get... Wait. Hold on. The fact that they're coming out here to get us might just mean that they don't want us to come to them, you know? I mean... Yes, but... Yes and no, man. I expect a little bit more from him with this Hide. But at the same time, he's doing his own signature tell right now. He's doing his own signature tell right now with the scratch to the cheek. But that's just the obvious conclusion that Kimi literally just restated. They may have noticed that we've noticed something. They came to snuff out that possibility, which is more obvious than not. But if we're just behind this, and this puts me off too. If I really look at this, was this motherfucker really about to say, I'll go? When you just said you're going to go to the source of the talking, you're going to go and man front lines now. Yo, I'm so glad. Yo, if he had completed those words, if that really was about to be from Kanaki's mouth, I'm so glad Hide stopped him, because that would have spit in the face of what he should have what I just fucking talked about. This man. There's only one way to handle the situation. The only problem is that Furta more than likely is expecting that. There's no way that Furta is not expecting this, man. Which means Key's predictions are probably true in that case. We should go after the source of the poison now. I mean, I like the decisiveness, man. I agree with Hide. Ultimately, that's the best move. Even if Furta's baiting you with that diversion, yes, he probably has the dual purpose of stifling any sort of tampering with that particular overdub, but you gotta call the bluff and move forward regardless. I fuck with the decisiveness, Hide. I like it. You got a point. Very well. I should go as backup. All of us will accompany Kaneki as his backup. No, a large group will attract attention. We need a small unit composed of people that know the area, preferably. Yo! Wait, finally the man gets to shine for real. I know a thing or two about the underground. That's lit. I like this. I like this development regardless. This man's come too far. Even if we can't solidify anything as far as the Hinami ship is concerned, this man has come a long way in his own right. Nowhere near the progression of the likes I've seen with Uriye, but character development for Ayatojo. Oh, Ayato never volunteered himself for this, just like he would never volunteered himself for the underground expedition. I like this. I want to see a little rapport between them now. This man's brother-in-law, after all. I want to see a little rapport as they go on this little mission. And actually get to, because the underground was mostly off-screen anyway. So I actually like to get a real glimpse at it during this and get some real Ayato shine, dude. That would be nice. That would be nice. I kind of like this development. I'm apprehensive about it. And Shu might be right that they might need more people, but again, if you went with a larger force, then everybody on the ground that's causing this quote-unquote diversion would be aware of this strike and probably split forces and whatnot too. I want to come with you, but this time I'll stay here and wield my sword on your behalf from a distance. Hi, boy, dude. Yo, you look at that expression on his face. It's something so like you can read the apprehension, even though it's such like a standard depiction. I don't know, man. It feels, yeah, you can feel the man's anxiety in that panel, dude. And he still resolved himself. Yo, that shot of Renji and Banjo to leave the stuff here to us. Yo, I really, really fucking love the dynamic between Urian and Kaki right now. It's Urian that's the driving force behind it 100%, but take care of young Bayashi. You better come back. Still. And she gets her understanding from Yoriko, man. That's what it is. I know. I will. I like this page, dude. Page is real. Especially Ayato's gate, like kind of slight giveries, but not really in that second panel. My boy seems sure of himself, dude. And this time he's not solely relying on himself either. So I'm going to have faith. I have the utmost faith right now. That's it. What did Nagachika do now? I see. All personnel come in. This shit better wear. Yo, Modern Day hasn't slept, dude. Modern Day is going in. I might have to add Modern Day to the list of MVPs during this arc, dude. But I feel bad because he was trying to pick up the piece before he got there. But yo, I might have to add Modern Day to the list of MVPs, dude. Because this motherfucker, if it weren't for this man taking the helm, nothing would have gotten done. At present, a special class investigative squad is conducting an operation to root out the source of the poison. This ambush is probably an obstructive attack intended to prevent them from accomplishing their mission. In other words, those idiots did us the favor of carrying their sorry asses right to our doorstep. Marude! Why is he so dope, man? Why are you so dope? You know what? For good measure, the only thing that could add some levity to this whole situation right now is if the man copped another bike and my son stole another bike. That should be lit. But this man's commentary, you know, like that quick. I think it's a level of trust established between Hide and Marde at this point, coupled with just the immense deductive prowess of both of them. For him to just take that information quickly as he did, spin it, and press forward with the operation. It's a good man. He's a god. To ensure that the investigative squad will be able to complete their mission in peace, we gotta hold as many of them as we can here, yo. Dude, look at me. Morgan's still looking gone. That cat, yo, my God's looking fucked up too, even though he's not really moving. Something's off about you on that panel. Is that even the cut too? I mean, it has to be based on the hairstyle. It has to be based off the hairstyle. Ooh, yeah. Panel's dope, dude. You know why this panel is dope? You wanna know why this panel is so dope? Because it's the new cues moving, even though I fucking despise two of them. But the one I despise the most has his head fucking cut off in the panel. I don't even have to look at his face. I like this panel, dude. I like it. Wait, is Bushin with that? I didn't see him in the back. Yeah, there he goes right there. Oh, my son is out there. I mean, he has to be. He has to be one of the last members, but still. I didn't notice that at all either. My. It seems they're up to something. Let's go! This isn't the outcome we were hoping for, right? So, wait, it is what it is. The dragon. Wait, what? This isn't the outcome we were hoping for, right? So, the fuck? Oh, like Sota, like Furta? The man's not out there. My boy's got the clean new mask. Yo, that shit looks. I don't know how I feel about that. I need to catch like a good angle of that. But I got my wish, dude. I'm happy. I'm happy. Legit, all the remaining PRO members in one place for the most part. That's nice. And finally, some Donato, dude. You gotta buy time. That's it. Precisely. Bring her out. Wait. Hold on. Let me read the pitch again. It seems they're up to something. I'm guessing in response to the operation that they just concocted. This isn't the outcome we were hoping for, right? So it is what it is. The dragon. Too cryptic. I'm not even gonna try. Way too cryptic. And this bring her out shit is there's no way. There's no fucking way. I mean, maybe realistically. Maybe realistically, to be fair. Because I'm guessing they're referring to Rise Dragon that spawned. But I can't imagine that Furuta would just leave that to Donato's purview. Kind of off. Way too cryptic, man. Yo! My boy's got the bounce back in his step, dude. Look at him. Quit yelling. Wait, what'd you say? Yo, Corey, shut the fuck up. Who you calling shitty? What the fuck? Oh, wait. Shitty. Bro, Corey, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. This man. I've got to scream for Kaneki too. Cooper. Yo, tell me something. Somebody tell me what that means. Even though I'm not gonna see it until later. Just don't tell me what it means without giving me context. Or yeah, just define it for me. Define it for me, because I have no idea what the fuck it's saying. All the German terms this man spews. That's just funny, man. What is that? Don't break ranks. Match the pace of the other squads. Here we go. Dude, they need some like definitive markers of progress against V Fodder, man. Like where the Kaikos of the organization, because seeing a lot of these niggas fall, it really makes no difference. The only time that was fucking hilarious is the Matsuri incident, but that's about it. These guys are no joke. CGS3 squad lead the charge. Bro, with that one stroke, my boy, he hasn't even lost a step. He hasn't even lost a step. That's wild. This is the man's first battle back. Realistic. I mean, he was out there with at the beginning of the operation with Amon and whatnot, but his first real battle in command in operation, and he just sliced through all. Look at this shit, dude. He's cut this man clean in half, got a decapitation with the same stroke. That's just fucking. Oh my god, he's a monster. I forget sometimes, man. I forget sometimes why I love Juzo so much. You guys stink. Captain Take, I'm going to extend the icicle super fast into them. Clean up after me. Got it, Yusa. Don't be too hasty, Yusa. You're all I have left. Don't be too hasty. Oh shit. I accidentally clicked through. Dude, V-Fire is getting cut in half left and right, though. Is it just me, or are they more desperate than usual? It's not just you. There must be something inconveniencing Furuta in this mess. Interesting. I mean, they seem to be making the same Nondescript robotic movements, they always do. But that was clean. I always forget about the precision of this man, dude. I always forget about the precision of this man. That was clean. Look at that dance. Look at that dance. Captain. Wait, what the fuck is this? No. Yo. A monster appears among us. A monster. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Bro, look at the scale of this shit. Is that what they... Yo, there's no way this is that, though. I mean, maybe. That's fucking wild, dude. Some sort of... He's clearly rooted in Dragon Cognate, but it is some just crazy Cognate-like structure. It's not that large, where the scale of it is that ridiculous, but still. I don't even think I'll be able to discern anything with a cleaner scan. It just... This structure. Hold on. What's on the back here? Oh no, man, this shit is wild. I'm guessing this is what Donato meant. Let me go back. That shit, the whole dialogue was way too cryptic, though, man. It still doesn't tell me anything. But this has to be what he meant by bring her out. What the fuck, dude? Look at the facial structure of it, too. That's wild, and this dropped him with the Zero Squad remnants. I don't know, man. This is looking spooky, dude. I don't know about this right now. I really don't know about this. What the fuck? There's no way. I mean, it could be Rise, but there's no way. There can't be. There's no way that if one of the biggest goals for Furuta in this whole thing was producing this dragon Rise, that he would allow it to be manipulated on the front lines under Donato's purview. There's no way. I just don't see. The man's too possessive for something like that, dude. The man's too possessive. I mean, let me go chat. I have no idea, dude. This shit is wild. This shit is wild. So if you want references, check the end of Re 52 or the end of 135. What? The ending on Jasmine's box sounds better. Okay. None of you are telling me anything, man. Eto? No! No, dude. What? No fucking way, dude. In what capacity? Let me put this chat aside for a second. Hold on. The man read that shit too? No way. No. No fucking way, dude. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Jasmine's box. Why are you guys all talking about this Jasmine's box shit? Do I need to, like, overall? I normally like the manga stream translation, dude. The fuck is this, dude? It had the opposite effect of Sochan's plans, was JB's translation. Okay, that makes more sense to me. That's less cryptic. So that means that Hide made the right move. Hide made the right move in the game. That's all that means. That means that man was straightforward in what he was trying to do in checking their movements. But I never believe anything straightforward when it comes to Furuta, man. I've learned my lesson. I've learned my fucking lesson. You guys really think this is Eto right now? That's a possibility. That's just wild, dude. A messenger from the heavens. What? I don't know if it's her. Someone had made a post showing the horns in comparison to her old form. I mean, it doesn't look that much like... In what way does this really... I mean, definitely the upper body. Definitely upper body reminds me of Al Kakaja, but other than that, I mean, the rest of the back portion of the body is cloaked in shadows, and this head looks like some fucking weird, heartless type shit. I don't even know what that shit is, dude. So I don't know. Is Jasmine's scan better? Let me just go fucking look at it, dude. Let me just go fucking look at it, because I'm gonna pull it up side by side. Pull this shit up side by side. Because I don't know about this shit right here, dude. You guys do I have to read this whole translation? Or can Shikare or yo, if it's Shikare, yo, I don't think it's Roma. I mean, they said her though. They said her. If that translation is accurate, then it must be her. I mean, there is a possibility that for it to really gave them control of this dragon race, and that's like this kind of weird dragon Kakaja form. This Eto shit just I don't know how I feel about that, dude. Might also be Kanye because of the stitches on their face. So realistically, you guys just so basically what you're telling me with all these things you're throwing out is that your perception of this is any female character that is quote unquote dead or just gone was resurrected in this form. It could be any one of them. So it could be Haidu is what you're telling me. It could be Haidu. It could be it could be Furuta might be fulfilling his little promise in his own twisted way, dude. Because think about it. Think about where this shit is appearing, dude. But if it has no agency, then it doesn't really matter. It would only matter if it had agency. We're obviously gonna have to wait and see. But all right, let me see this Jasmine inbox shit. Let me compare this shit side by side. Just probably check page 13, middle panel that you didn't get the OG translation. Page 13. I don't know how I feel about this shit, dude. Okay, let me read Jasmine's box translation of this Piero shit. They look fired up, don't they? They had the opposite effect. So-chan's plan of his. Yeah, so definitely talking about Furuta. Definitely talking about Soda. Can't do anything about it after all Dragon is. We have to play for time, isn't that right? Actually, yeah, that sounds more lit. Just that one piece of dialogue from Uta alone sounds more lit. Put her that to use. And I remember somebody said final pages sounds better in this translation. In what way? There's only editor's note. A messenger from the heavens. The monster that appeared from below. Interesting. If that is okay, look. If this is gonna be Eto, because I'll humor you guys, man. I'll humor you guys. I think it's a possibility. I definitely think it's a possibility. Do I want that to be the case? Absolutely not. If it is, I trust Ishida to do it properly. And if it is, I can't have Eto ultimately remain in this state or under anybody's purview control. So if Eto is alive in this state, and they said her, so it has to be a dude, because I could see them easily having more access to the shit that Kano had set up prior to his death, other characters. But I don't know. This is right. The end of 86 hopes like a dazzling hail really apply here. Wait, what about 86? What happens in chapter 86? Man, it's been too long. Let me go check this out. I hate when I have to do this shit. I hate when I have to do this shit on stream. Because I always do this shit off stream, but it's too much, man. Oh, this is those last Eto chapters. That's not the one where she goes out, though. And the one where we get the dialogue with her and Kaneki is like much later than that, too. All right, let me go back. Let me go back to the chat real quick. Any thoughts on when we're gonna see Takuzawa again? I have no idea. I've been asking about him for a while, but I've also been asking about Donato for a while. So since we got Donato, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be readily, but we're definitely see Sato again. It's not like we're not gonna see Sato again. Kaneki will let Eto die and Koklia. I mean, no, I've always been a proponent of Eto being alive, dude. So if you want it to be like, it can't be both. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's either a resurrected manifestation born through the oviducts of somebody that's already passed, given the whole thing that for it to outline with the OG One-Eye King and all that, or it's somebody that's previous alive that they played off of, which I don't know. It can only really go either way. The heavens ain't below me. I don't give a fuck about that though, Pota. I'm not putting too much stock in any translation right now, dude. Like especially editor's notes. I don't give a shit about the editor's notes anymore in Tokyo Ghoul. I haven't for a long time. I really have. I read them because it piques my curiosity, but I don't put stock or stake into them. Looks like the Alcacajang and Khan had Yoshimura. I know, I mean, he did have Yoshimura, but they said her, dude. Unless that's translation error, they said her. Because I get where you guys are coming from. There's two avenues for this to work for characters that were around in the past to be reappropriated into this role, right? Let's just look at it from a narrative perspective. There's two avenues for that to go. It's either a character that was maintained, and was still alive, and they underwent this shit, or it was completely rooted in the Oviducts and Dragon Cognate and was birthed from it. So it's one of the two. I think the simplest conclusion is reason, but I don't think he would utilize it like that. I really don't. So it has to be something else. It has to be. I have an Imgur pick of the comparison. Oh, just post the link without, you know what I'm saying? Just post the link with spaces, and I'll get rid of the spaces, Hunter. Better do reviews of what, Tatara? Reviews of this? I have no time to do reviews of this, dude. This is my review of this. I mean, if you guys want more in-depth discussion of the chapters, I could always do that the next chapter. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do 2 videos on TG anymore. This is the time. The age of that is done, man. I know there's people that watch my Tokyo Ghoul content, and I think that it's like a split of like 70 to like 30% maybe. If like 70% of people just enjoy the reactions and like seeing my raw reaction to what happens in the chapter, and it's like a bonus to them to get my insight and perspective and discussion of it after the fact or as I'm reading it, because I like to do that when I react to TG, is to express whatever thoughts come to mind, whatever theories I can think of at the time. You know what I'm saying? But it's different than what I used to do back in the day, or what Chibi will still do for a majority of his things, where you go in depth on your own and gather as much information and research as possible and then present that. So it's a give and take, man. It's just a matter of preference. This is easier for me to do, honestly. But I find an equal amount of fulfillment about it. So it's just about what people want, realistically. But it is what it is. Wait, what's up? I don't see it, Hunter. Did I miss it? I don't see the link. That is something I want to do, but I mean, it's hard. It's hard to get like multiple people together to do shit, as you guys can see from shit like Katatsu, or like, and those are like some of my best friends, dude. Chi's my boy, but like we're both really busy. You know what I'm saying? And if I were to do that, I wouldn't want it to just be Chibi and I either. I would want it to be more people that are invested in Tokyo Ghoul to the same extent. You know what I'm saying? I would like it to be a bigger form of discussion, but it's all about time, man. And with spring season barreling ever closer, there's not going to be a lot of time. That's all I'm saying. I mean, all right, let's think about this. I need to see this comparison, but like, let me go back up to the beginning. I haven't looked at like any of the chapters. I got so sidetracked on this Eto shit. Way too sidetracked on this Eto shit. He is the only one not falling for this plan. This is really turning aside. Thank you, Middle Earth. Thank you. He's the only one. He's the only one that can put stake in to play this game of chess with Furuta, man. Kaneki is an integral factor. As a matter of fact, he's still the king. He's still the piece. of the king. That's the most important piece. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't need to be the one moving the rest of the pieces because he's already proven that he can't do that efficiently. I'm just saying, I love the man. I'm telling you, I love the man. But let's think about this rationally from the situation we found ourselves in, given all the various inputs and factors and mistakes made. Hide. And Hide, I fucking trust, dude. Sure, Kaneki's smart. Kaneki's a genius, dude. He's just not. His judgment is clouded in various areas. Hayato could have. Don't ever, Griffith, man. I love and I hate your comments sometimes so much, man. They're hilarious. They always bring a smile to my face. But at the same time, the inherent disrespect a lot of them for characters I love. Oh man, I don't have no crush. They get the dark chill. The man's come so far from that. Nami feel Gucci. Bro, that might be the wave, dude. That might be the move. I just want to know what he's doing. Me too. And by extension, Kuro, but so I want to see Kaneki and I have a conversation together. I mean, I think we're undoubtedly about to get that in the next 2-3 chapters at the very least. And it's gonna be dope. It's going to be dope. Yeah, we could. I mean, I think seeing Kuro again is tied to seeing Sato again. What went straight down? Whatever. I can't. No, you guys can answer these old ass questions for me. Arjun Kanye ain't coming back. I actually don't feel that any sort of like. I think if anything is going to happen to Hayato, he's going to be exposed to the toxin. I don't really feel any sort of apprehension as far as this mission with Kaneki and Hayato. I actually feel pretty good about him. That's rare, dude. That's rare that I feel good about any sort of undertaking by Goat. Period. Yomo will die, not Hayato. If Yomo goes out, it better be after an interaction with Uta, dude. If Yomo goes out, it either needs to be that I don't know in what sense it's happening anymore, because I thought he was going out twice already in Re. I thought he was going out twice, and my boy is still alive, dude. So for him to go out at this stage, it can't happen without. It can't be It has to be subsequent to a final dialogue with Uta at the very least. That's the only way I see it. I mean, he's everything he needs to impart to Kaneki and Toka, he has for the most part. I can't see him going out without at least some sort of dialogue between either him and Uta. I can see it being him and a Tori, but that diminishes the impact a little bit. Diminishes the impact. I can see. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna put that much stock in Tori's capabilities though. Until I see them. But I said the same thing about Roma, and look how that turned out. So you never know until you know. Uta did not, that was the most hype part of the chapter, boy. Aside from the ending is crazy, but the ending is definitely crazy. I mean, what the notion of what full Kakuja Kaneki means at this point is so far gone from what I had predicted. I thought Nishio called him Shiriyama. Oh, was that Nishiki? I gotta go back and look at that too. I thought it was Corey. I don't really care, to be honest with you. Neither what the two of them have to say makes any difference to me. Neither what the two of them have to say. Yeah, it's definitely coming from Nishi in the cut. It's definitely coming from Nishi in the cut. You're right. Jasmine's box has the bill. Okay, I think I'm caught up now. Came flying in like, I mean, that's the thing too. That is factual. Every time that Eto's appeared full Kakuja, it has been that drop down descent. Nobody else has ever fucking done that but Eto, and Eto's done that multiple times. If you want to count Rude, which we shouldn't, it's 3 times. But that's wild. Yeah, I know exactly though. Yeah, exactly, Hunter. 52 of Re and end of 135. I know exactly the moments you're talking about, dude. I know exactly the moments you're talking about. So in that way, if that's what you want to use the catalyst to argue that that's Eto, then I like that more. I need to see, like, to me, just I'm very familiar with the progression of every single variation of Al-Kakuja, rather. So it's far-fetched because of how ambiguous this shit is. I mean, the top part of the body, I can definitely see where you're coming from with that, but I can't really see much of the back half. You see like two tendrils coming out, not in like a ukaku way, but like more so just like two kind of long as it almost looks like a biha on the back, but like it has to be more so than that. I'd say mostly like rinkaku, which would lead to would lead to Rise, but I don't think so, man. I definitely think this has some sort of physiological components of Dragon Cognate anyway. So it's definitely not any sort of Cognate that we're accustomed to. It gets wild, dude. I wasn't expecting an ending like that, dude. I wasn't expecting an ending like that. It can't be reason either, but she was born like yesterday. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. What does that have to do with anything? How do you know how long the period takes for them to be viable and have vitality or agents to do shit? These oviducts are spawning these little foot soldiers in seconds, and they're perfectly capable of moving as soon as they're born. So you don't have any real empirical evidence. That's the first one that seems viable that was born out of anything, because all those Kaneki-esque fucking Ogai looking clones that burst out of those sacks were lifeless as shit. So I don't know. You don't know what's necessary for that shit. We don't have the information to make those kinds of inferences. We don't have the information. Congrats on 25K subs in advance. Thank you, Tatana. We're not quite there yet. Hopefully by the end of the week, maybe. I don't know. Would I do something big for TG? I mean, look, man, I want to. I really do. It's just a matter of like getting the time to do all that. Look, man. Okay, if you guys want, I will raise issue. It's not like I haven't before, but I will reach out and see if we can find a time that we can do this shit and hopefully get some other people. I said this like a couple weeks ago, and nobody suggested anybody else to bring on, nor did anybody suggest like any time. I don't know. It just seems like there's interest, but there's no interest. Check out the manga Blue Phobia. Was that you that told me to check it out before, Andrew? Somebody else told me to check out Blue Phobia, and I read like a little bit of the first chapter, and I completely forgot to get back on it. But the overall construction and narrative seems interesting. Feel about Risa. As far as I know, she most definitely didn't die. So there's 2 years. Yeah, no. Risa, you're right. The dragon Risa that the man pulled is some other entity, dude. There's some other shit. Which what was his angle? I mean, it's definitely gonna have ties to everything that happened with OG One Eye King, which I think we might potentially get some more insight into with this next step of the venture. But there's no concrete answers to give. It's just all speculation and theory crafting at this point, dude. You can't really. There's not enough, concrete evidence to make any, start clear, right line conclusions. It just doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. And that's how she's always been, dude. He'll give it to you eventually, and you can craft, and you may be right or you may be wrong. There's many theories that people, myself included, have been dead on, bullseye with, and there's ones that have just been tossed out the window as just nonsense because that's not the way the narrative went. So it is what it is. So I haven't watched Darling in the Franxx. Am I missing out? I don't know, man. People have mixed opinions on Darling. I fucking love Darling in the Franxx. I don't know if you're gonna like it, Eric. I don't know if you're gonna like it, to be honest, but I think it's great. I think they're doing a great job with what they're doing with this first core as far as setup, worlding, building up characters, everything like that. Everything is purposeful in Darling, dude, and people don't really seem to realize that, which is kind of dumb. But this is what it is. For to use Noro as an example. Oh, absolutely. I don't even want to think about what you mean in that way, though. Dude, I've been gone. Forget about it. No, I still remember you, Aaron, man. I don't really forget. If you guys have been on the channel in any capacity more than like 1 or 2 occasions, right, and you comment or you're in the chat, trust me, I know who you fucking are. Unless you change your name. People do that sometimes. Comments of which video? I can't see that. Posted on comments. I'm just gonna pull up an image of Al Cosby right now, man. I'm gonna do that right now. just so I can compare from. I don't even want like the 1-to-1 comparison. I just need to like refresh my memory on the look of it. Like, yeah, it's starkly in my mind as what it looks like in every variation, even the most recent appearance we saw of Al-Kakajan. And I agree, the top half of the body of this thing definitely is reminiscent, and the variations and discrepancies can be explained by the infusion of Dragon Cocktail, but too vague to really tell, man. It could go anyway. All I'm willing to co-sign you with is that Eto's not a bad pick because of the dialogue and the way it was framed, but I don't want this for Eto, man. Like I've always wanted Eto to return. I always believed she was alive in the same capacity I believed Hide was alive, but not like this, man. Not under Fuerte's thumb. The man left her there, and Kaneki parlayed with her. Like I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, if it's a result of spawning sentience through dragon, that's different. But I don't know. I think Hairu is a better move, but it doesn't really make any sense. None of it really makes sense. I think Rise is the most straightforward answer, but or Dragon Rise rather. But I don't see Fuerte allowing that, to be honest with you. So then you got to kind of pick and choose. We'll get the answers soon enough, man. There's enough speculation from me. That's enough speculation for me. Yeah, exactly. Yo, Tatar's a good man. Hit the like on the stream. Before I leave, I'm going to leave you with something that, if you care about my content in any capacity, should at least, make you think slightly about your engagement, right? First of all, two things. I'm actually going to talk about this at length before we get into spring season, but I'm busy. I'm doing shit IRL for my life, right? I'm busy. I'm working. I'm doing shit. And yet I'm still doing my YouTube grind. And I love it. And I love you guys. And I love talking about, all the shit that I'm passionate about. But it's a lot of time, dude. And I make $0 off of this now because I got dropped by my network. Can't find really another network that I want to join. I'm not fucking with AdSense. And I kind of play with the idea of doing a Patreon. I was like, no, fuck it. I don't want to have to like have you guys. I mean, I wouldn't mind if I could think of like legitimate tiers and stuff that I can offer back to you, but I don't want to have to like put that on my plate on top of how hectic things are going to get in the spring, right? So the best thing you guys can do to help me out right now is to watch the videos, like, and comment. Simple. All you have to do is hit the like button. It's free. You don't even have to donate shit to me. I don't need any of that. Just comment the videos. Let me know your thoughts. When I ask for your thoughts, I'm sincere about that shit, dude. I like reading that shit. That's pretty much it, dude. That's all I can ask of you guys, and I'll still be here. That's pretty much it. It's crazy because I'm looking at the Nikki channel right now, and all of my homies in Japan, like literally the last fucking Pop Team Epic video got like 2,000 likes in like what, 2 days? 2 fucking days, dude. And granted, a lot of them really just want to see me do the A side dance, which I have to do now. But either way, this is kind of, I want like a more even reflection on this channel. You know what I'm saying? And it's not there's nothing more I can do. There's nothing more I can do. So, but it's up to you guys. I mean, regardless, I'm gonna love you guys anyway, so it doesn't really matter what you do. It's like children in a sense, where it's just kind of unconditional, and I'm just happy to be able to parlay with you guys in the first place. So it doesn't really matter that much. But yo, Jay Sean, what's up? Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I stayed here way too long. I meant to end the stream a long time ago, and this whole Eto conversation just threw me off my game, dude. But I gotta get out of here now and watch Ryuo. So let me know your thoughts. Again, please smash that like button to support the reaction if you enjoyed. And I'm gonna get out of here. Peace.